Hey loves, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eminence Wigbe and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Brand by Tidies. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I made this beautiful halter neck top with a cowl neck effect. So as you can see, I made it with an adire fabric, and if you would love to learn how to make this top, please keep on watching while I dive right into the video. So as you can see, I've gone ahead to lay down the pattern I'm going to be using for this tutorial, and I've also gone ahead to mark out some measurements on it, and I'm going to explain it to you right now. So the first measurement I took was my top measurement, which is 18 inches plus 1 inches for folding allowance, making it 19 inches. So basically I just wanted it to be like around 17 and a half. The next thing I did was to take my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches plus. I also took my armhole, which is 8 inches. And I took my bust measurement, which is 9 inches plus 1 inch for seam allowance. And I took my waist measurement, which is 7.25 plus 1 inch. So basically I just took 8.5 inches for the waist measurement. You don't really need too much seam allowances for this top. So this is what it looks like, and as you can see, I've gone ahead to make my armhole curve. Now let's get into the important parts. Now the first thing I did here was I took my neck measurements, and my neck width is 3 inches, so I'm just going to go ahead and mark it down. Now the neck width is 5 inches, and I'm just going to connect. So all you need to do is to take a slant line from your neck width to your neck depth, because what you are working with is a V neckline. So don't make a curve, just take a slant line. After doing that, I'm going to go ahead and take my shoulder and make my shoulder slanting, which is to go down by half an inch, and I'm going to use a ruler to make the shoulder slope. Now after doing that, from the armhole curve, I'm going to go in by 2 inches for what we are going to be making, and in between the armhole curve and the neckline we'll be left with 3 inches. So by the time we take half an inch on both sides for the turning or seam allowance, we are going to be left with 2 inches, and that makes sense for what we are about to make. So now I'm just going to connect the new armhole curve like so. Now after doing that, I'm going to take the cowl neck. After doing that, I'm going to take the cowl neck line, and this is where I'm going to be making my opening. So I took 9.5 inches, but I'm going to adjust it back to 9 inches. So you can either use 9 inches or maybe 8 inches for yours, depending on where you want the opening to fall, the allowance to fall on your body. So 9 inches is what I used here. So this is me just trying to adjust it back to 9 inches. Yeah, so the line on top is what we are going to be using for this tutorial, so focus on the line on top. So now the next thing we are going to do is that from the shoulder line we are going to go up by 5 inches, because this top is going to have a rope at the back, and you don't want to be joining the rope at exactly where the at the shoulder line, because by the time you're tying it, the joinings will be too much and that won't be nice at all. So what you want to do is to go up by 5 inches. So yeah, that's what I did. I went up by 5 inches, and I'm just going to take a straight horizontal line upward and mark it down. I'm doing this with my ruler. Now after doing that, I'm going to go in by 1 inches at the end. I know that you can't really see what I'm doing right now, but when I'm about to cut, you're going to see it. So I just went in by 1 inches, and I connected it back to my shoulder, to my neckline. So the reason I'm doing this is because I just wanted to have like a curved effect. So you know that we are going to be tying this at the neckline, and you don't want it to be folding. So I'm just trying to have like a curved effect for this. So I took 3 inches from that after making the slope, because our shoulder line is 3 inches. I hope you get what I did at that place, but when I'm going to cut, you are going to see what I meant. So yeah, we are done cutting, and remember the front doesn't have a dart. So this is what is looking like, and I'm just going to cut it out. So I hope you can see what I did there. I just made sure I made sure the 5 inches length, everything was 3 inches. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I hope you understand from this picture. So now I'm just going to, from this video, so now I'm just going to cut it out like so, and I'm going to be stopping around where I made the neck depth. So our 5 inches for the neck depth is where I'm going to be stopping. After doing that, I'm going to open the cowl neckline. So this is what is going to give it the cowl neck effect. So I'm just going to open it to the end, but not completely. After doing that, I'm going to secure it down with a tape. So after doing that, I'm going to lay down my fabric, and I'm just going to cut. So as you can see, I've laid down my fabric, and don't mind my rough edges. This is just a cloth that I made, and I didn't really like the outcome, so I'm just trying to change it to something useful and something I can wear. So please, after placing your fabric, make sure you pin your pattern down to your fabric so it won't be moving. Now after doing this, you can see that I opened it at that cowl at that 9 inches, and the allowance I gave was about 5 inches. Yeah, so I just took took it higher than 5 like took it higher like about 5 inches. You can decide to make yours even wider if you want, or you can, yeah, the more you want yours, just make sure to open. You can even go ahead as, after taking the 9 inches, come down again by 2 inches and make another opening. This will give it multiple effects. So I'm just trying to show you guys how I'm going to be cutting. So I'm going to be stopping at the neckline, which is the 5 inches we took. So that's where I'm going to be stopping. For this, I even went ahead to go down by 1 inches, because I was thinking the 5 inches might be too close when it comes to the cleavage opening. So I went down by 1 inches at the neckline. So that's just it. So basically I just used 6 inches for the neck depth. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. So as you can see, I just use my free hand to go down by 1 inches. Now after doing this is what is looking like, and we're just going to unpin it out. So by the time you cut this out, you might be looking like, oh my god, what are you cutting? Because the cow neck effect is not really there, except you hold it in a particular way. So don't worry, you what you cut is making sense. The cow neck effect is there. By the time you finish sewing, or there's a way you hold it, it just gives you that cow neck effect. So yeah, as you can see, it's showing already. Now we're going to move ahead to the back, but before that, I want to let you know that we're going to be cutting facing for the top, but the facing is not going to be reaching the full top length. It's going to be stopping around your underbust. So my underbust is 15 inches, so I'm just going to cut it to around that measurement, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to do that later. So moving on to the back, what I'm going to do first is just to try to pin it down, because this is a brown paper and it's just moving. So for the back, I'm just going to go down by 7 inches at that point and just make a straight line. It's just as simple as that. So for this top, the zipper is going to be at the side, but if you're adding your zipper at the back, please endeavor to add your zipper allowance at the midpoints. So I'm not adding zipper allowance to this because the zipper is going to be at the side. So yeah, I'm just trying to close it down so that the length will be what we actually need. After taking this, I'm going to place it on my fabric and I'm just going to cut, and make sure you pin it down. So now while cutting, I added 1 inches for the dart allowance. So you'll be needing that allowance for the back part. So I just use the free hand to add 1 inches at the back, just like so, like this, and I'm going to connect the line to my bust measurements. It's very simple. This is what you just have to do, or you can decide to cut a new pattern for the back and add your data allowance, but you don't really need to go through that stress. Just add it with your free hand. After doing that, I'm going to I'm just going to cut the facing for the back. So what you need to do is just place your tape rule 7.5 at the starting point to your underbust measurement. So for mine it's 14 inches, and I just place 7 inches to 14 inches, and that's where I stopped for the facing. So what we need to do here is just to take the darts. After taking the darts, we'll turn the neckline for the back and turn the sides. After doing that, we're going to join. So before doing that, I'm going to try and notch my back darts so that when I'm joining everything, it's going to be really easy. So I just notch my back. Yeah guys, so that's it for the back. Now moving on to the front, I'm going to cut the facing for the front. So for the front, what I did here was just to take 8 inches for my armhole to 14 inches for the 14 inches to the underbust. Yeah, so now I'm just going to cut. Yeah, so after doing this, what you need to do is just to turn the neckline. After turning the neckline, make sure you top stitch, and after top stitching, turn the sides. So that's just all for this top that I'm making. Very simple. Turn the neckline, top stitch, then turn the sides. Then after doing that, we are going to add the rope. We are going to extend the rope to the length you would like, or I would like. So as you can see, I'm done sewing, I'm done joining, and so for the front, you can see that I went ahead to after turning the neckline, I made sure I top stitch, and I've also ironed. And I also did the same thing for the back neckline, and I also took my darts, as you can see, 4 inches upward, using my nipple to nipple points. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to join the two sides together. So I know that the zipper is going to be on the side, but I like to join the two sides together before adding my zipper, because I like to see the line, the exact line that I would be needing to add my zipper. So that just makes it easier. So as you can see, I've gone ahead to join both sides, which is my accurate measurements. But on the left side, which is where I'm going to be adding my zipper, I did not complete my measurements. What I did here was I stopped around like 5 inches so that I'll be able to fold it. So as you can see, I've gone ahead to fold my I've gone ahead to fold the top length. I folded it down by 1 inches. So this is what it's looking like. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take my zipper and I'm going to place it. So I don't have a wine zipper for now, but for the sake of this video, let's just continue with this pink zip. So this is an invisible zip, and this is what you'll be needing for this particular top. Please don't use I don't even know what they call that zip, but please make sure to use an invisible zip, and the zip for this top is going to be facing down, so have that in mind. So what I need to do is that I just need to place the zipper to where I would like it to be, because I'm going to go ahead and lose this side, but I'm not going to lose it completely. So you're going to leave at least maybe 2.5 inches at the upper parts. For this one, I left 2 inches, but depending on how far you want it to go, so you can make your own choice. So yes, I'm just going to lose the sides, then go ahead to add my zipper, and after adding, I'm going to make sure to fold it down neatly. You will see that when I'm done fixing the zipper. As you can see, I've gone ahead to fix my zipper, and this is what it's looking like. You can see that it's neat and it's facing it down, so by the time you want to wear your top, it's going to be easy for you to put on. So as you can see, I went ahead to fold, so this is what it's looking like, and it's neat. So yeah, I'm just going to iron and put this on, and make a video of it to show you guys how it turned out. I hope yours is turning out nice. Will turn out nice also. Yeah, the last thing I'm going to do before I forget is to add my rope. So don't just add your rope like that on it. Make sure you add it in a neater way. Make sure it's like an inner stitch. I didn't show the video of that, but just try to make a neat joining at the rope part. So thank you for watching. I'm going to go ahead and put this on and show you guys how it turned out. So if you end up watching this video to the end, please click the like button and give it a thumbs up. share this with your colleagues at work or anyone you think will be needing this video. Or if you just watch this, please try it out. I promise it will come out nice. So thank you for watching, and also make sure to click the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you're going to get a notification. And I promise to post nice video and helpful videos. So also comments, and leave a comment in the comment section, and subscribe. Last thing is to subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for your support. As you can see, this is how my top turned out, and I'm loving it. I'm wearing this on a leggings right now, but I'm feeling it, but I'm not really feeling it like that. So I'm going to be wearing this on a trouser, definitely. So this is how it looks like, and you can see it's very beautiful. It's giving expensive. It's giving bossy. Yeah, so this is what it's looking like. Thank you for watching. Bye. Love you, and I hope to see you again. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and click the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you're going to get a notification. I promise to post very detailed and very important videos, so click um please click the notification bell, and thanks for watching.